there's something demonic happening here. ABC is in hot water for one of their correspondents, Matt Gutman, calling the relationship between the guy that killed Charlie Kirk and his girlfriend, is touching when he was reading his text. Oh, it's so touching. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just like natural born killers. Later, he apologized for being insensitive, for misdirecting his empathy. Montel Williams is calling it a love story. This was not a political assassination. This was not politically motivated. This was emotionally motivated. That was the first girlfriend he ever had. That was the first piece he ever had. You couldn't blame him for going piece crazy, right? Jimmy Crybaby Kimmel, Jimmy Criminal, tried to blame MAGA. He had it coming. I think he got fired. I think his show got canceled. By the way, there's no riots, no buildings burning down, no protests, nothing. Just prayer vigils. Wow. There must be a real threat to America if we're going to have a bunch of prayer vigils. God forbid. God forbid we get down on our knees and pray to our Savior and try to seek understanding and purpose through Jesus. What's next? Going to church? Reading our Bibles? Sharing the gospel? What's next? No, nothing. No protests. No burning buildings. You hear that? Nothing except for that lady in the kitchen. No. And these three guys, Matt Gutman, Montel Williams, and Jimmy Crybaby Kimmel, are trying to find an excuse, are trying to find a way out, but they can't. The media is reaching. Actually, by the way, Ben Shapiro tried to host the Charlie Kirk show, and it bombed miserably. Ben Shapiro and I forget who the other two guys, Matt Walsh, and there was another guy, I forget his name. They tried to host the Charlie Kirk show, and it failed miserably. I went on it. They took it off the air. It was so horrible. Every comment was horrible. Candace Owens was right, and they tried to move in on Charlie into Charlie's seat. Let me tell you, Ben Shapiro's the last person that should try to fill Charlie's seat. He does have the intellect. I'll give him that. He does have the quickness. I'll give him that. But he hasn't been in such a favorable light lately. Anyway, that's on the side. Maybe Candace was right. Maybe the shills might be moving in. Please join me to go to Mark chapter 12, verse 38. And he said unto them in his doctrine, beware of the scribes, which love to go in long clothing, and love salutations in the marketplace, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and the uppermost rooms at feasts, which devour widows' houses, and for a penance make long prayers. These shall receive greater damnation. They love the fame. They love the fortune. Go to I'll explain scribes in a minute. Go to Luke 20. Luke 20. Luke 20:46. Beware of the scribes, which desire to walk in long robes and love greetings in the marketplace. They love the fame. and the highest seats in the synagogues, and the chief rooms at feasts, which devour widows' houses, and for a shew make long prayers for a show. Make long prayers, the same shall receive greater damnation. These guys are looking for fame. They're looking for accolades. They're looking for, they like to dress up in long robes. And they're just charlatans. And they're looking for more fame than they are looking for Jesus Christ. Now, here's the short history of scribes. Scribes were there to interpret the law, to read the law, to interpret the law, and they were from the tribe of Levi. They were one of the chief priests, the chief priests to interpret God's law. And sometimes they get carried away. So they're giving you, they're interpreting the law of God, the law of Moses, and giving it to you on how you should conduct yourselves and how you should follow the law. In this case, the scribes are the media. They're telling you the news, what's going on, how it's happening, why it's happening, and all of that. And right now, the media are the scribes of the world. They are giving you news that is fake, that is a lie. There is something demonic happening here. We are elevating evil, and we are downing good. They're trying to romanticize the killer, like Hollywood tries to do it with the villain. You know, like Dracula, Darth Vader, natural born killers, Dexter. Hollywood has been feeding us a lie for the past 105 years. They've been telling us that, oh, the villain's not that bad. He's the anti-hero. You know, it's okay to like him because he doesn't mince words. He's not full of crap. He just tells it like it is. And so what if he smokes weed? So what if he drinks bourbon? He's my kind of you know, it's like excusing sin, excusing wickedness. And that's what they're trying to do when they say that, oh, the text between him and his lover was touching. Oh, those poor trannies, those poor murderers. Not that they're one and the same, but right now, a trend is beginning to set. And you know, not that they're all killers, but so far there have been 4 that have been, and the 5th one was dating one. So, do you notice what's happening here? Do you notice? Do you see what's going on? Go to Isaiah 5:20. Go to Isaiah 5:20. And it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. You ever bump into some guys they're they like to make fun of righteousness. They call those people nerds, right? They're trying to take the focus of sympathy off the victim and his family and onto the attacker. Put the focus where it belongs, on the real victim, the slain. They are crashing memorials for him. They are still making videos. There's one recent guy, he imitated how Charlie got killed. And there is a true, deep, wicked hatred for the righteous now. These are the last days. They just started. They're just starting the paperwork on building the temple. I'm not going to get into that, but these are the last days, and not the last months, not the last years, the last days. What I believe is happening, and I'll say this again, they're trying to focus. They're trying to take the focus of sympathy off the real victim, the guy that got killed, and his family, and put it on the killer. Like, he's not that bad. He's actually this is how they did it. Oh, he was one of your guys. He was far right. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as far right, moderate, or left or far left. There's no such thing as that right. I don't believe in that right now. Right now, what I believe is in righteousness and wickedness. That's it. Nothing else. They're trying to say, oh, he was in love and all that, and they're trying to twist it and trying to make us forget that he killed somebody, and this was planned. This wasn't. He didn't just get up one morning. What I really believe is happening. The media and Hollywood sold the world a bag of goods that reality refuses to acknowledge. For 105 years, Hollywood and the media, and this is not even including the government, a cabal of people have, led by Satan himself, it drove us away from each other. It drove us away from reality. It drove us away from the nuclear family. It drove us away from church. It drove us away from God. And made us chase a fantasy, a fairy tale. They even admitted themselves. This is the land of fantasy, entertainment. Enter and maintain that visual of reality, that fantasy that reality refuses to broker. Because the real story is that most heroes don't look like Brad Pitt or George Clooney. Most heroes have a pot belly. Most heroes have a big nose. Most heroes, they don't have eloquent speech. Most heroes are normal guys that are trying to get by every day, that are just looking to start a family or to provide for their family. Most heroes don't share their feelings. Most heroes don't get in touch with their feminine side. We've been sold a lie, once again, trying to replace God with ourselves. And I want you to notice what's going on here. Do you see the lies now? They tried to replace, or I'll say we as a species, we've tried to replace God with us once again. Remember, the first murder in the Bible was between two brothers. And when God came down and heard the blood of Abel cry unto him, Cain complained. I don't know where he is. What are you asking me for? He got all defensive. Don't you feel any shame, Cain? Don't you feel any remorse? No. Because evil doesn't care. Evil hates life. Wickedness hates life. The devil hates life. And if you're going to make excuses for these killers, then you're part of the problem. If you're going to celebrate a man getting shot in the neck, losing a massive, I don't know if you saw the video, but losing massive amounts of blood, you're part of the problem. If you refuse to take accountability for your actions and to admit that you were wrong, you're part of the problem. Because you refuse to leave that reality that somebody fed you a bag full of bad goods and said, "Oh, you can be a woman. You can turn into a woman. You could turn into a man. You could pretend to be a kid, and wear big diapers. It's sick. It's disgusting." This is the same lie that was told in the garden. Right? Ye shall be as gods. You can do whatever you want. Be whatever you want. Sound familiar? Anyway, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HTL Ministries and Preaching It Real, spelled REEL. Don't forget to check out my book on Buy Books on the Web. It's called Holding the Line, a true story of survival and a matter of life and death. If you go to Amazon, the first 20 pages is free. You can read the first 20 pages for free, and it's a lot cheaper on Amazon because it's like $10 or something like that. But anyway, this is Alex Rivera reporting. Signing off. Thank you.